Hello viewers, welcome you all to MOOC on Institutional Assessment. We are in now Unit 3, Academic Process. From our earlier videos, we learnt about the review process of an institute, understood how important it is to develop strategic plan for achievement of institute's vision, mission, and also learned the importance of SWOC, that is strength, weaknesses, opportunities and challenges analysis in this context. Though higher education is facing various challenges, it is essential to ensure quality of the education offered by the institute. How can we do this? Through self-assessment, which is done internally, and external assessment, that is peer assessment of all the institutional processes and surely taking action based on feedback or review recommendations. Again, it is known to us that getting accreditation status from National Board of Accreditation, that is NBA, or National Assessment and Accreditation Council, that is NAC, will always create a great impact on institutional practices and quality of programs offered. Basically, NAC is used as a yardstick to authenticate quality standards of the institutes. And for accreditation of academic programs, it is necessary to apply and successfully get accredited from NBA. In both the cases, higher educational institutes need to follow the guidelines suggested and the criteria mentioned in the accreditation documents. There are 7 criteria for NAC and 10 in case of NBA. List is provided in the related e-content. These, when compared, it is observed that the 17 criteria indicate certain key areas or key indicators, mainly concerning student information, curricular aspects, teaching, learning and assessment, faculty information and contributions, infrastructure and learning resources. Again, for both the accreditation processes, institutes' autonomy play a very important role. It can be noted that the new education policy, that is NEP 2020, has also made it compulsory to get the best grade in accreditation to attain the autonomous status. So, in all the cases, assessment of academic processes is essential. Again, any academic program focuses on enhancing student learning through systematic faculty driven processes for measuring what students know and can do at the end of their programs and using results to improve educational experience. Hence, academic process that includes student information, curricular status, teaching learning process, student performance assessment and instructional resources need to be assessed based on institutional assessment criteria. Let us consider the most important component of the academic process, student information. And for assessment of this component, the major area of focus is to ensure proper participation of students in academics through development of student support inside and outside the institutions, mentoring and guiding students in the learning process. Thus, student admission, progression and quality of pass outs, all these ultimately contribute to the overall quality of education. Higher educational institutes can apply for the process of assessment and accreditation, that is A&A of NAC, only if at least 2 batches of students graduated or been in existence for 6 years, whichever is earlier. Student satisfaction survey is an important component of the assessment and accreditation process of NAC. NAC has categorized the higher educational institutes into 3 major types: university, then autonomous colleges and affiliated or constituent colleges. Assigned different weightage to these 7 broad criteria. Under each criterion, a few key indicators are identified. These key indicators are further delineated as matrices which actually elicit responses from the higher educational institutes. For that, the institute need a large volume of student data. Say, for example, number of students admitted year-wise during the last 5 years, again number of seats earmarked for reserved category of students as per Government of India or state government rule year-wise during last 5 years, then number of outgoing or final year students year-wise during the last 5 years. Performance assessment of students is essential to measure the progress of each individual student. Again, quality of pass outs depends on the quality of teaching learning offered by the institute, and hence student related information is also a requirement for the institute to improve in category 2, that is teaching, learning and evaluation. Key indicators involved related to student informations are student enrollment and profile, then catering to student diversity, student performance and learning outcomes, and student satisfaction survey. Again, if we go for category 5, that is student support and progression, there are some important areas to focus, such as student support, student progression, student participation and activities, and alumni engagement. Hence, how the institute facilitates the progression of students to higher level of education and or towards employment is also an important factor while working on these criterion. To assess the institute based on this criterion, several student related data to be collected. Some are listed in the related e-content, a few are mentioned here. The most important one, average percentage of students benefited by scholarships and free studentships provided by the government, institute during the last 5 years. Then number of capacity enhancement or development schemes for students, mechanism for timely redressal of student grievances, average percentage of students qualifying in state level or national level and international level examinations like GATE, CAT, GMAT, GRE, etc. during the last 5 years. Then alumni contribution in academics as well as in financial during the last 5 years. Percentage of students progression to higher education, it is also previous graduating batch. Now, if we consider academic program accredited by NBA, then also as per requirement of pre-qualifier, 2 batches have to be passed out in the programs under consideration. And admissions in the undergraduate programs at the institute level as well as in the program under consideration have to be more than 60%. Again, placement ratio average of the last 3 academic years to be greater than 40%. In the self-assessment report, that is SAR of NBA, both institute level and program level need student information. Under category 4, that is students' performance, student information of minimum 3 consecutive years, that is current academic year and previous 2, has to be collected, analyzed for assessment of student performance in all aspects connected to the program of study. Hence, analysis of student data in the above areas will serve as evidences in establishing the support of the institution in facilitating achievement of learning goals. Some other important components of the academic process like curriculum, teaching learning assessment and instructional resources will be discussed in the next video. Till then, goodbye and thank you.